Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. Today we're talking about empties. I've been collecting empties for several months and I'm doing some deep cleaning today in my home, and I thought, why not just turn the camera on and actually film so that I can get rid of this stuff. I was not planning on filming today, but I'm in the process of reorganizing under my sink in my bathroom, and this is where I keep my extra skincare, body care products, some empties, backstock, things that I'm going to be using or eventually getting to use. So I wanted to get rid of the trash, all these empties that are taking up space. So we're going to kind of breeze right through this because I've got a lot of hair care and I've got a lot of makeup products to share with you. Good things that I wouldn't repurchase, and just kind of basically flying by through the reviews and giving you what I feel like you need to know if you're interested in trying these products. So I think I'm going to start with the makeup and just try to breeze right through this because I have a lot of stuff. So I'm going to start with, I guess, the mascaras. I have quite a few mascaras. I'm trying to grab all of them to show it to you. I have 4 tubes at the moment. The first one is the Ilia. This is the Limitless mascara. I absolutely adore this mascara, and 100% yes, I would repurchase it and recommend it. It is beautiful. It gives me everything that I'm looking for. It checks off every box. There's volume, there's length, there's separation, there's thickness, and it makes the lashes look like they are actually fake lashes, which to me sounds incredible. Who wouldn't want that for their own eyelashes? So that's what you're gonna get with the Ilia. So if you haven't tried it, definitely pick that up. The next one is the Lancome Lash Idole Mascara. This one has a curved brush to help sort of lift the lashes. I don't particularly care for this one. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not one that I would recommend or repurchase. I don't feel like it gives me what the Ilia does. So if I had to choose, I'm without a doubt going towards the Ilia. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is an OG sort of classic staple in my collection. I have used, I can't tell you how many tubes of this since it came out many years ago. I have repurchased this the most out of all drugstore mascaras that I've tried. This is my most repurchased, and absolutely I would buy it again and recommend it. Then the Rare Beauty mascara. This is the, I think it's called the Perfect Strokes mascara. I'm not quite sure the exact name of this one. I like the thickness of the brush, but the formula is a little bit more wet. I did get a couple clumps. It didn't wow me. So for those reasons, I wouldn't repurchase it. I feel like for that price point, I could try something else or go with something that I know is going to work, like the Ilia or Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk is phenomenal. I can give you a list of my favorites, and it wouldn't be with the Rare. Unfortunately, it didn't do for me what I was hoping it would. I wanted to include this one. This was at the bottom of my little basket. This is a small of the Ilia. I already talked about it in the full size when I showed it to you. That's a very good mascara. Love it. And the Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. I do have one of these currently open, and it's in the shade Super Black. It comes in 2 different colors, but the black is just, it's a yes. It gives me the drama, the thickness, the separation. It thickens to the point where my lashes look like I'm wearing individual false eyelashes. And I wish I would have worn it today to show you what it looks like, but today I'm wearing a Give Beauty mascara. I love this, and I definitely would repurchase and recommend that. So I wanted to kind of just quickly gloss over that mascara because I've talked about it a lot. And I also wanted to include with those brow products that I talked about, the High Def Brow Gel from Revitalash Cosmetics. I had this for years just because I don't use a ton of brow gel. I like the Too Faced Fluff and Hold. It's a laminating brow wax because my brows are just very difficult, as I talked about already, and I need something a little bit more than a gel. So it took me a long time to use this, and I actually do enjoy it. It's a good sort of standard brow gel. Revitalash is a brand that makes eyelash serum, like growth serums, and they also make stuff for the brows. So it's a good brand that you will probably hear about at a medical office or see it online through Derm Store. It's a good brand. I haven't tried their eyelash or brow growth serums. I'm kind of curious about those. But anyways, the brow gels, it was fine. It did what it's supposed to do. And then I have a Benefit Gimme Brow. This looks so bad. I have shade 3. I have this in full size as well in shade 4. This is shade 3. I felt like this one was a little bit too light and kind of, I don't know, a little bit more warm. And it's like rubbing off the name, and it's just, it looks terrible. But this is a very good product. And what I like about it is the very teensy tiny little wand to really kind of get this product and work it through the brows and get every single brow hair into place. It deposits enough color. It's a yes. Obviously, I have it in a darker shade. I enjoy it, would recommend it, and definitely would repurchase for sure. This is the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. This one is in shade 4. I have this in full size in shade 3. I think 4 is a little bit darker. 3 is more warm. I do like it. I'm wearing 3 today, and I love the formula, so yes for this, definitely. Then Huda Beauty has a brow pencil. This is the Micro Shade Brow Pencil. I have the shade medium brown that I use. It says number 5. I actually like this. It's very, very precise. The detail on this is unlike anything else. There's nothing in here, so I can't really show you, but it is probably the finest point of a brow pencil I have ever used. And I actually really like it. The only problem for me is that I ran out too quickly. I love the way it looks. For me, because I have to do a thicker brow, as you see here today, I used quite a bit of product. So I'm going to run out of this very, very fast. It's not going to last. If you have already naturally full brows, or you have thinner brows, but you're happy with that shape and you don't overfill and overdraw, then you will get more use out of it. But for someone like me that has very thin, sparse gaps, my brow hairs naturally are just a mess. I have to use a lot of product to really get them to look like they are today. And for those reasons, I would blow through something like this incredibly fast. But I do like the formula. I do like the longevity. I like how it applies. Everything about it is great. I just wish that there was more product. That's my only gripe. More product, please. I have 2 primers for face. This is a sample size of the Secure the Blur primer from one size, and I do actually like this, and I enjoyed how it made my skin look smooth and poreless, and I would repurchase this in the future. The other one is the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. I've used the pressed version of this, and it's great. It's very luxurious. Everything about it is just beautiful. The formula, the packaging, the story behind the brand. So I would repurchase this. Repurchase? I would definitely try this Liquid Silk Canvas in full size. This is just a small one that came in a set from Sephora, and I felt like it was enough for me to know whether or not I wanted to invest money into this primer. And I do like the creaminess. It just looks smooth and made the skin look really pretty, and it wasn't like over mattifying and completely blurring, but it wasn't like giving me radiance and making my skin look oily. I feel like it's right in the middle of just enough hydration, enough sort of priming and prepping for foundation that it almost kind of feels like a skincare type of product. It didn't feel very makeup-y to me. So I do like that, and I would repurchase and recommend that one. This eyeshadow primer from Milk Makeup, I am going to get rid of it, and I would repurchase this. There's not much left in there. I like the tube. It comes with a doe foot applicator, which is nice to apply, but I have to get rid of whatever's left. There's not much. It's almost completely empty because I ended up getting a sty several months ago, and I was using this, so I'm going to get rid of that. But thankfully, this was kind of already on its way out, so I would repurchase that for sure. Liner, I have one to show you. This is the They're Real Extreme Precision Liner from Benefit. I bought this tube specifically back in the summer last year, and I fell in love with it. It is rich, it's black, it's smooth, it glides on. I can smoke out the line and the edges and still retain that thickness and that sort of depth and that darkness that I'm looking for when I do my eyeliner. And I absolutely love everything about it. So yes, I did repurchase this product, and I have it in my drawer ready to go. Some lip products. I have 2. The Je ne sais quoi serum from IT Cosmetics. I absolutely love this serum. It comes out white, but it actually adjusts to a really beautiful shade of pink. It's kind of like a pH adjusting kind of thing that you've seen on the market, I'm sure. At this point, there's quite a few brands that do products like that start off kind of one shade and they turn and adjust to another. I love this serum. I love the Je ne sais quoi color from IT Cosmetics, so yes, I would buy that. My Powerline lip liner from Buxom. This is one of my favorite lip liners. It's a deep kind of rose shade with some depth, kind of similar to what I'm wearing today. I lined and filled with Dusty Mauve, or Dusty Rose, sorry, from ABH, and it gives me almost the exact vibe. So I have that, so I don't think I need to buy this right now, but I love it. And when I ran out of this shade, which is called Hush Hush Henna, I was sad. because this is just a beautiful formula. And what I love the most, I can't even swatch it for you. Like, I twist it, nothing is coming up. It's got a teardrop shape, which makes it perfect for lining and filling your lips. You'd be surprised with that shape. It's different, but you lay it on its side and you just sort of line your lips. You fill them in. It's creamy. There's enough glide to where you can fill it in and not feel tugging and pulling. And it wears so well throughout the day. I don't have any complaints except for I'm out and I need more of it. So I would definitely buy that again. Then my last makeup product besides like setting sprays. Actually, no, I have another primer. Sorry. I need to like share that one with you too. Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow. This is one of their highlighting pens that came out, I think, a year ago. This shade is called Pearlescent Glow. I think that this was kind of honestly very gimmicky. It's one of those pens, it's got an angle to it, you click it and you swipe it on. I like the color, it's a beautiful highlighter. Is it anything spectacular? No. Can I get that same effect, that pearlescent glow with other things? Sure, absolutely. I can name a bunch of them on the market now that gives me the same look. My only issue with this is the price point for the amount of product. This went by too fast. It was unbelievable how quickly I ran out of this product. I couldn't believe it. Like I thought, I'm never going to run out of a highlighter because I have so many to choose from and you don't need that much of it. But I did. I kind of blew through this very quickly. I wouldn't even buy this. I wouldn't recommend it. I would just try something else. Like, it's just not even worth, it's not worth it. The other makeup product that I forgot, it's kind of mixed in with my skincare, is the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. This is a small travel size and I used the heck out of this during the summer last year and during my pregnancy with my son. And I remember telling myself I need to purchase this. I kept forgetting about it, but I did buy it again recently and I'm excited to use it again and sort of bust open a new bottle. I like how it smoothed out the skin, made the skin really soft. It was the perfect prep step for my foundation. It didn't completely mattify and make my skin look dry, but it also didn't make my foundation sort of break down. I feel like it's a very good middle of the road primer. Has a bit of a silicone feel to it, so it does kind of blur, but it's not like ultra blurring. I do feel like, for me personally, it gave me enough blur to where I can see myself repurchasing and using it again, and I do really like it. Therefore, I did buy it again. Okay, so we're moving into the last makeup-y type of thing, and then we're getting into skincare and hair care. Setting sprays, these two are the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's my favorite setting spray. I don't use anything else. I certainly have others in my collection that I use, and I tried to kind of try different things, test different things, incorporate different brands in my routine and in videos. But ultimately, I just keep coming back to this, and I do have 2 more bottles in my drawer. So eventually, I have one coming into my empties bin soon because I'm almost out. I love it. It kind of melts all the layers of makeup into place. It removes that powdery look to the skin. It locks everything in and it stays put from when I apply it in the morning to when I take it off at night. I have no complaints. It's the best setting spray that I have used. I have yet to find anything that comes close to Charlotte Tilbury. I gotta say, it's worth every single penny. Let's get into some skincare type of things. I will preface this by saying I don't have a ton of crazy routines. I feel like my skin behaves better and is just more calm when I have less layers, less product, less this, and just really simple. So I don't have a ton of products to share with you, but I do have a few moisturizers. I was trying to try different things to see what I liked. I had some from kits that I've purchased from Sephora, kits that I got from Derm Store that I bought, and just kind of testing some things out. So these are going to be a little bit on the smaller side. I will start with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, this little jar. This is actually really good. It's nice and rich. And I think what I enjoyed about this is that it kind of gave me a 2-for-1 kind of situation. It hydrated and moisturized my skin like a moisturizer, but also gave me that prep set for foundation. So it eliminated the need to do multiple things. And I did use this a lot during the tail end of my pregnancy last year with my son because I just didn't have any energy to really put into all these layers and steps. So the more I could condense down my routine, the better and quicker I could get through applying my makeup and getting basically able to sit and relax because I was just dealing with a lot of pain and discomfort towards the end. So I really enjoyed how quick this was. I washed and cleansed my face, applied this, and proceeded with foundation. And I do like it. It is very rich. I would say this is probably something better for normal, slightly combination to dry skin. If you have oily skin, this might be too much for you to use. I feel like it might make you a little bit more oily throughout the day. But again, you would have to try it to see. Two other moisturizers in small little jars. The first one is the Avène, the Hydrance Aqua Gel. I like this. It's that gel cream sort of texture. It's not too rich, but it's not too light. I do feel like this formula, though, is probably ideal for someone with combination to oily skin. If you have dry skin or very dry skin, you may want something a little bit more rich. I do like the Avène brand. It's very clean, very straightforward. It's one that's often been recommended by skincare professionals, dermatologists. You may even see this at a dermatologist or a medical spa. They carry Avène, and you can also, I think, get it through Ulta's website, but they do sell direct from their website to consumers. And I like the brand. I just feel like for me, I wanted a little bit more moisture, so I wouldn't buy this again. La Mer. Okay, let's talk about it. I tried the La Mer Soft Cream, and yes, this is good. It is very, very good. But is it worth spending hundreds of dollars to buy in full size? I don't think so. I really enjoyed it. I used every last little bitty drop, and I was making sure that I did not waste not one bit of this, because this, although it's a small jar, and that's what it looks like, it's just really teeny tiny. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. It's very bright in here today. This sample size is probably $75 worth of cream in here. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but you get the point. It's very expensive, super luxurious. I cleaned it out. There's not anything left in here. But I will say, these little jars, a little tip, save the jars when you're done with the product, wash them out and reuse them when you travel, or to put other products in there like primers, foundations when you travel. That's what I did this last trip that I took. I didn't take anything in full size. I just reused my little empties and products that I was trying to finish up. And these jars are really great. So I will be saving this one to use for those purposes. I actually like the soft cream. I just don't know if I want to spend $300 on it to buy it in full size. Just saying. The next one is Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Water Drenched Cloud Cream, and I did purchase this in full size. I also have the Cloud Water Drenched Under Eye Mask Patches, whatever you want to call it, and I do like them. I do like Peter Thomas Roth products, and it's that light blue kind of white ombre look, and you'll see that when you look at Peter Thomas Roth products at Sephora or Ulta. I get mine through Ulta, and sometimes at Sephora, they have like a kit that I purchased months ago. It was a full-size moisturizer and a full-size eye gel patch jar, and I thought that was a good value, and I do like it. I think it really does hydrate. It's got a lot of hyaluronic acid to hydrate the skin. It says 30% hyaluronic acid on the front for 72 hours of hydration for all skin types. It's a good one. I do have it in full size, and I would repurchase that for sure. Then I have the Glow Recipe, the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This is actually a very generous size. I think this is a travel size if I'm not mistaken. So I do want to revisit the Watermelon Pink Juice Moisturizer. I have their serum, part of the watermelon line. I forget what it's called, but it's the watermelon serum or something like that upstairs in my bathroom, and I do like that. But this is the moisturizer. It's very watery and very light. This would actually make a really good prep step to applying foundation. So if you wanted to skip primer, you could use a little bit of something like this that's kind of light, thin, watery, and then go in with foundation. So it's a good idea if you don't want a primer, or if you would rather have a skincare product instead of a primer, you could use something very lightweight. So I would repurchase this just to try it out now, since my body is kind of going back to its normal kind of baseline from pregnancy. I feel like my skin has changed just a little bit. It's a little bit more oily, but not by much. So I think I need to revisit that. So Empties hair care products. I have the Moroccan oil, and I love this. I've gone through several bottles of these. I'm not going to show all of them to you. I have one upstairs. I have probably like a quarter of it left. I normally use the Moroccan oil brand, but this is kind of like the drugstore version of that. It smells incredible. It does the same thing. I talked about this oil in my summer essentials, my must-have for summers time and I love it, and I would definitely recommend and repurchase. My hair doesn't know the difference between this brand and the Moroccan oil. I do like Moroccan oil. It's a little bit more luxurious, but this smells so, so good. So yes, repurchased definitely multiple times already. I have a few leave-ins. The Sun Bum 3-in-1 leave-in. This was nice. It has coconut oil, banana, and sunflower oil, or sunflower seed oil in it. Very hydrating and very nice. Would I repurchase it? Not really. It didn't wow me. It smells fantastic. It smells exactly like summer, and it just transports you to the beachy kind of vibe, vacay mode. So I like the smell, and it's, you know, every time I smell it, it kind of brings me back to my trip last summer with the kids. So for those reasons, I may try it again, but as far as the formula, it didn't really wow me to where it's consistent in my routine, if that makes sense. This is SGX NYC Hair IQ. It's a 10-in-1 leave-in. This is what I used for the longest time. I used probably like maybe like a nickel size for my hair. Now that my hair is shorter, it's down to my collarbone. I probably would use maybe like a dime size to kind of run this and rake it through the ends of my hair. I typically use these types of things in the morning when my hair has completely air dried overnight. I will use some of this to kind of tame it. I tried to make it cute today, but since I've been kind of cleaning, I had my hair up in a, like fully up in a clip before filming. It just doesn't look the best, and I don't have anything in here to actually work it into the hair to show you what it would do, but it's a nice leave-in. It does 10 things in one, and it's pretty standard and basic for a leave-in conditioner. Not really anything like absolutely miraculous and special. It's good if you want to try it. I bought mine through Target. Another leave-in is from the brand called Ceremonia. I have purchased this again, and I've purchased kits for travel. I do like this brand. I like the ingredients. I like the smell, and it makes my hair really nice and soft. So I have quite a few of their products, and I'm a fan of the brand, so yes for that. Now that my hair is sort of choppy, kind of beach vibes, kind of messy, lived in, undone, I don't do a whole lot of hairspray, but when I do, I like to have small minis, and I have a bunch of these. And this one is the AG Haircare Ultra Dynamics Hair Color, or Color Care. Not hair color, Color Care Extra Firm Hairspray. This is, no joke, very long lasting. The hold, it leaves the hair crunchy if you put too much on. Just warning you, so if you need a strong hold, this will definitely cover you. The Living Proof Flex Hairspray, this sets, shapes, and finishes. Medium hold, I do like this. I like Living Proof. I've used their products in the past. Their PhD leave-in conditioner styling product is phenomenal. I love it. I would repurchase this in full size, and I would recommend it. It's got the perfect hold, medium hold for a style, for keeping like the baby hairs in place. Like for me, I'm getting some new growth after losing my hair postpartum. This gives me that sort of stay without the crunch, and it doesn't turn my hair white, which is also another bonus. So yes to this. The other thing is this sponge. This is from e.l.f. It was in there, so I'm just going to talk about it, and why not, because I am going to throw this away. This sponge is extremely rough, and it came in a set of 3, I believe. This one feels like I'm using a dish sponge to apply my foundation, so automatically it's a no. I'm going to stick to my affordable ones from Amazon that I've talked about for years. It's affordable. It's like 10 bucks for a bag, and it's the Beaky brand, and I used to link them in my Amazon store, which I'm trying to like reorganize my Amazon storefront to start linking it again in the description box. This is just a no. If you see these pink sponges from e.l.f. in a set, stay away. The ones that are more nude colors, those are much better. Those give me the feel of like a beauty blender style sponge, but this was like using my dish sponge to apply foundation. It was awful, very scratchy, very rough on the skin, so it's a no. So stay away. Don't even use it, okay? All right, so those are my empties for now. I have some more that are going to be making its way to my empties bin very soon, so we'll be doing this again in a few months from now. I do really enjoy, for the most part, everything was pretty good, and I'm actually glad that I had some good experiences and some positive things to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I appreciate you so much for watching, for tuning in. Subscribe for more videos like this in the future. You can follow me on Instagram. It's always on the screen. I hope to see you there. Take care, you guys, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.